On the world, boy, this boy Big Low Country. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. You, yes, you yourself could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and we definitely and greatly appreciate it. First of all, if you're going live, I'm sorry, if you're watching this after we've gone live already, make sure you put a what in the world boy in the comments. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. We would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Man, Bo, look at here. There's so many things that's been going on for our Atlanta Falcons. The offseason just started, what, let's see, 2 weeks ago. We made all kinds of moves, right? We've seen all different types of things come into fruition. Some things we weren't necessarily expecting. Tua Tagovailoa being on the Atlanta Falcons wasn't necessarily on our bingo card, but this is where we're at, right? So first of all, I do want to start this off by letting you know, make sure that you check out all of the great Atlanta Falcons content creators. Everybody's putting out some great content this off season, and I just want to make sure to encourage y'all to make sure you check everybody out. And while we're talking about that, I was watching a few shows this past week, while I'm trying to get back up on my feet and everything, and it's been some pretty interesting conversation. Now, I know we got together, what was that, like 7, 8 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. And we were talking about, hey, how we feeling about Ian Cunningham. Ian's done made even more moves. But the question and the conversation that we're having tonight is, do you think that the Atlanta Falcons are rebuilding? That's the question. And that's what we're going to kick around in tonight's coaches meeting. But before we get started, I want to show love to everybody that's showing love to us. We got Silk Legacy in here. Silk says, what in the world, Bo? Yeet, get some. What's going on, Silk? Hope you're doing good tonight, Bo. Much love to old Silk Legacy in here. Thinking that he could yeet dance better than me. John Brooks in here says, what up, Big Low? What in the world, Bo? What's going on, Bo? Hope you're doing good tonight. Big Love 24K is in the building tonight. He says, Big Love, Coach Roney. Says, what's happening? He says, I won't be able to watch you all tonight, but I'm there in spirit. Go Falcons, rise up. What's going on, Bo? Hope you're doing good tonight. Okay. He says, hit that thumbs up. He says, this Big John Hickey. What's going on, Big John? Hope you good. Well, look, Big John, if you watching it after we went live, um, what's going on, Bo? Hope you're doing well, man. I hope you and your health and everything is doing good, my friend. TJ Martin's in here. He says, what in the world, Bo? He says, finally a coaches meeting. Glad to have your bike. Bo, stay up, stay blessed, stay healthy. Won't he do? Won't he do it? Never would have made. Boy, what you talking about, boy? Prince in here, Prince Kale. Much love to you, Bo. Hope you're doing good tonight. Mr. Smith's in here. He says, what's going on, Bo? My brother in here, Terror Artist 404. What's going on? What's going on, Tone? Hope you're doing good tonight, fam. Um, hey, look, I'm pretty sure Cash keep you under control over there because I know it's hard sometimes, but man, I hope you and the family doing well, my friend. Lisa Shepard is in here. What's going on, Lisa? Look, if you want the freshest gear, check out Lisa Shepard. And if you want to watch some great Madden content, check out my boy Terror Artist 404. Fran Chisel says, Big Low, what in the world, Bo? What's going on? I'm happy about Sidney Brown. Boy, that's the we're gonna kick that around. Red Swarm's in here says Coach Low, Coach Roney says, what in the world, family? What's going on, Red Swarm? Much love to everybody else that came in here to chill out with us on a Sunday night. Vets, Vipers, trucks, bikes, pulling all them things out on the Sunday night. Y'all know nothing about that. That's the old school cash money. Y'all know nothing about that. Look it up. Got that workout. Can't beat it. Much love to everybody that's coming on and chopping it up with us tonight. So let's go ahead and kick it on off. We're going to start this thing off, right? We got some in the house tonight. Let's go ahead and kick it on off. 1 or 2 questions. Are the Atlanta Falcons rebuilding? If you feel like it is a rebuild, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like that's not the case, put a 2 in the chat. But the question is, for tonight, are the Atlanta Falcons rebuilding? While y'all putting them questions in there, I'm going to catch up with the chat because I want to show love to everybody that's showing love to us. Papa, what's going on, Bo? He says, I want to know what's the temperature with the Falcons fans. Do y'all want to win this year? Man, we always want to win, Bo. look, the winning seasons come few and far in between. We want them dubs. Francisco says Tua might work in the A. He said he played good against us in the dome. One eye kept that mind. Imagine two eyes for real though. I'm not worried. I mean, look, that's true. That's true. April Thompson's in here. What's going on? Big Swills. What's going on, Big Swill? ATL, Bo. ATL. Another great Falcons content creator in here. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing good tonight. Rick Smith says, what's up, Big Low? He says, shout out to Big Low. What's going on, Rick? Hope you're doing good tonight, Bo. Wilder Smith, he came here. He said rise up. He just spelled it wrong. What's going on? You ain't go to spelling school, Bo? Reggie Young says, what's good? What in the world, Bo? Francisco says, yeah. Saying that thing, Big Low. You already know it. So the question is, are the Atlanta Falcons rebuilding? If you feel like it is a rebuild, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of them cases where we're not rebuilding, somebody already came in here and asked the question. Are Atlanta Falcons fans? I apologize, y'all. I got a little bit of a shadow here. Let me see if I can fix my light. Here. I doubt it can. It's too late now. But somebody's already came in here and asked, hey, man, are Atlanta Falcons fans, do y'all actually want to win this year? And that's a really good question. I'm glad that you asked that question. Now, let's go ahead and set the scene. Let's go ahead and set the mood. All right? So what do we know? We know what, the last eight seasons or 9 seasons. Lisa Shepard, you in the chat, let me know. I'm pretty sure you could keep me informed, but or everybody else in the chat, any of the coaches in the chat, was it the last 8 seasons or 9 seasons? We've had losing seasons, right? We've gotten a new coach, we've gotten a new GM. It's one of those cases where we don't have a first round pick this year. Then on top of that, a lot of people may say, hey, your starting quarterback, he's kind of iffy. He's coming back from an ACL injury. This is his 3rd one, 5th season-ending injury in 8 seasons. Is it a situation where you necessarily even want to win? Are the Atlanta Falcons rebuilding? And that's what we're going to kick off. Appreciate that, Lisa. Thank you so much. Lisa said it. Okay, so it's been 8 seasons. Red Swarm also reminded me it was 8. After a while, you kind of lose count. You kind of lose count. But at the end of the day, the question is, people ask us, do Atlanta Falcons fans really want to win? Is this a rebuilding season? Now, I said put a 1 in the chat if you feel like it is a rebuilding season, and put a 2 in the chat if you feel like it's not. So let's see what everybody's saying. Red Swarm, he says, new president, new GM, new head coach, soon to be new quarterbacks, looking like a rebuild to me. Look at here, Wilder Smith, the New Orleans Wilder. You see that he can spell. You see that he spelled it right. Wait a minute, Florida just lost. Florida just lost. I thought they were gonna win it out. I had them on my bracket to win it out. That's crazy. Dwight Thomas says, low, he says, they got me in Tampa, but I'm watching. Hey, look at here, man. You stay safe down there now. Don't be going to them shooting model establishments down there. Dirty Bird Mills, Red Swarm, they feel like it's a rebuild. Mark, Chris, they say it's not a rebuild. They say, this ain't a rebuild type of situation. Dexter says, Big Low, what it do? He says, tell me what you think about this coaching staff and what we're doing in this offseason. Give me one player you're most excited for and who you're not the most excited for. Look, we gonna kick it around, and we're gonna actually talk about all of these things in this coaches meeting tonight, while we address whether or not this is a rebuild. My homeboy Josh, and Iceman, they feel like it's a rebuild. This is very insightful information. What's that? Jabbo Grant feels like it's a rebuild. Ridge, Pop, Rob Man, they feel like it's a rebuild. Now, it's one of those cases where you could legitimately say, hey, this is looking like a rebuild. Pretty classy ladies in here says they doing something, not sure what to call it. And I think that's kind of where everybody is right now. One thing that you have to consider: we moved on from 7 players. We brought in 15. Say this one more time for the people in the back. You moved on from 7 players. You brought in 15 players. That's almost that's twice as many players as you let go, right? Um, you you know that you only have 5 draft picks this year. Now, one of the big questions that everyone is asking, and we've seen this being kicked around, especially after the new acquisition that we got from the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, is it one of those cases where Jesse Bates might be traded?" Or, "Hey, is it one of those cases where Kyle Pitts might be traded?" We don't know. We don't know. The only thing we know is that Ian Cunningham said that he believes in draft picks as being capital. And he says that it's never going to be a situation where you're going to have 5 draft picks again. He also said whenever he came to Chicago, they only had 5 draft picks. And by the end of the draft, they had 10. Now, how that happened, I can't really tell you. But my homeboy Dirty Bird Mill says, Coach Lowe, I think we got the division this year. And I hope you're right. But it's one of those situations. What's going on, Ray Fitty? Hey, yeah, man, we went ahead and decided to jump on. But it's one of those cases. Dravis, he says he don't think it's a rebuild. It's one of those cases. I guess you have to. It depends on what your definition of a rebuild is. For me, to be completely honest with you, to me, this is a redecoration, right? It, this is a redecoration. Look, my Mama Country, she felt like she was an interior designer. Once every 3 years, everything get changed around. Blinds, doggone paint, wallpaper, everything get changed around. It looked like a completely different house. Did we take down framework? No. Did we knock down walls? No. Did we get a jackhammer and dig up the floor? No. Did we rearrange the plumbing? No. Did we pull out the electrical and the ductwork? No, we didn't do all that. But it looked like a completely different house. So in my mind, I'm just putting this out here for everybody. In my mind, this feels like a redecoration. This feels like a renovation because the guys who are at the top of your depth chart, like your Drake Londons, your Bazan Robinsons, your, for now, Jesse Bates, your Chris Lidstroms, your Jake Matthews, all of those guys are at the top of the salary cap, who are the most heavily relied upon. I really feel like, look, they're still here. And I feel like until you look and you say, hey, I'm looking on the Sleeper app or Bleacher Report, and you get a notification saying, "Hey, the Atlanta Falcons just traded Bajan Robinson for 2 first-round picks and the third." Until you see that, I can't necessarily say it's a rebuild. Big Swill says it feels like a soft rebuild. We're a quarterback away from contending. However, that has been the case for a decade now. And this is the same thing that Raheem Morris said. I'm pretty sure that Raheem Morris used that whole angle to get the job. If we keep it a buck, I'm pretty sure Raheem Morris said, "Hey, I could get you. I I got the shoes to outrun the NFC South." I can't believe I just said that. But I got the shoes to outrun the NFC South. But at the end of the day, y'all are a quarterback away. I got the connections. I could get you a vet quarterback. What? And at the end of the day, Kirk Cousins didn't do anything that Russell Wilson couldn't have done. But that's a part of the past. And if 21 carries somewhere watching, 21, 21, 21, I'm pretty sure, she's saying something smart to herself right now. But at the end of the day, and shouts out to my homeboy Big Swill said we're a quarterback. We've been a quarterback away and we're still a quarterback away. At the end of the day, until you legitimately turn everything over on its head and you go on DIY like they do, and they do the love it or list it, they legitimately rebuild them houses. Shouts out to HGTV. I'm one of those guys. What is it? House Hunters. Yeah, I when I'm working, I just let that joint play in the background. I'm looking, oh man, that 48 is nice. But fact of the matter is, unless you're completely, unless you're calling the property brothers in and you're going to completely tear everything down and build it back up from the foundations, I don't feel like it's a rebuild. My homeboy Yuri's in here. Yuri, let me know if you made it back to the A, man. We need to hit up a steakhouse. Hey, shouts out to Yuri. True Atlanta Falcons, just Atlanta sports fan. Yuri says, no rebuild at all. He says, we should have won 11 games and back-to-back seasons, and we play in the NFC South. And that's kind of where I'm going, Yuri. I feel like it's one of them situations where, first of all, the division is winnable. So do we really got to tear it all down just to come back and say, you know what, let's go ahead and rebuild it, right? I mean, is that one of those cases? JPG's in here. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Hope you're doing good tonight. Savannah's in here, says, what's good, coach? Savannah says, this is low-key rebuild without tearing it down. Okay. And look, Savannah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Savannah Swag says it's a low-key rebuild without tearing it down. So, in a sense, and I don't know, and I don't know how old a lot of y'all are. Some of y'all might be young Thundercats, right? But early 2000s, shouts out to my homeboy Troy. Troy, I don't know if you watching, but I gotta drop one of your joints. Bought my Caprice from an old white couple. Yeah. Look, we used to get them box Chevys back in the day, them classic Caprice, and we used to tear it down to build it back up. Now, did we just completely remake the car? No, we didn't. But one thing that we did do, we used to gut it. We used to drop that 450 in there. We used to put that big block in there. Sometimes we ain't have no air conditioning. Well, they ain't have no air conditioning. I'm riding cool. And we used to put 415s in the back, TVs out, most screens in the movie theater, and we used to ride clean. Is that a rebuild or is that just a renovation? It's one of those things. Straight to Coleman says, hey man, I'm new to your show. I used to be on Coach Show and regulars. Okay, well, much love to you, fam. Hope you're doing good tonight. Much love to you. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Bentley says, give him my O-line. I'm assuming you're talking about Tua, because Tua had an O-line in the past. Wallace says, man, stop fooling yourself. Who that? Rise up, rise up. Hey, you trying to say rise up? What? Come on. What in the world? Goodness gracious. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. I'm just kind of putting my stamp on it. I don't think this is a rebuild. Prince Kale says, me too, Bo. HGTV for the win. Boy, look at here, man. HGTV, that's the joint, Bo. Look at here. If you want something to get you motivated, watch HGTV. You see them people, they be like, yeah, I collect parakeets. I collect parakeets on the side, and every now and then I might go to work and work at the gas station. Like, what's your budget? Like 850,000 to 975. I don't want to go too high, but I would like to keep it around 850,000. You be like, damn, what am I doing wrong in life? They getting these big old nice houses. The doggone in-law suites and everything. Like, okay, I need it. If you want to stay motivated, watch HGTV for a day. Papa First says, look, Bo, maybe it's a refurbishment. Hey, look, I'll take that, man. Belly Bombing says, Big Low, he says no rebuild. He says that's what the Steelers call retooling, and always ends up at 9-8. So, and this is something that I also wanted to talk about. So, if it's one of those cases where it's and I would say, and y'all let me know if you agree. I would say if you've been watching the show from the beginning, it's looking like it's like 65-35. A lot of people feel like we're rebuilding, right? But if it is a situation where it's a refurbishment or a renovation or a retooling, is that a bad thing? That's my question to y'all. If you feel like it's one of those cases where, hey, uh, I don't know if this is a good thing. We just retooling. Sometimes you just got to take everything out so you can get a clear picture of what you got going on and build it back up, right? So it, if it is one of those cases where we're not necessarily rebuilding or refurbishing, is that a bad thing? Y'all let me know. If you feel like it's a bad thing, put a yes in the chat. If you feel like that's not a bad thing, put a no in the chat. But I just want to know what y'all are thinking. So I got my homeboy Atlanta Falcons Fandemic in here. He says, what in the world, Bo? He says, wife got me over here losing my belt, but I made it in tonight. Uh-oh. What in the world, Bo? You ain't doing it like that, is you? Goodness gracious. Shouts out to my homeboy Cowboy, Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. Red Swan says, look here, man, when you hire Matt Ryan as your new president, Ian hired as a new GM, as Stefanski as head coach, you're rebuilding their own system. And yeah, I mean, I definitely see what you're saying with that. Now, the old man, he asked a question that we definitely going to be asking as well. He asked a question that I'm definitely going to be asking as well. So, old man, I feel like I'm talking to myself whenever I read it. Oh man, make sure that you keep that question for the future and ask me that again, because you know how my memory is. Ask me that again about 15, 20 minutes, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Seth Legacy says, I definitely watch, man. HGT, that's the joint. Look, if you want motivation in life, watch HGTV. Watch, I'm telling you, Bo. 30 Word says, yeah, I'm a shadow boxer. My budget is $750,000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, I iron napkins, for restaurants. My budget is 1.5 to 1.8. Like, what? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong in life? Oh man. Oh man, my homeboy Atlanta Falcons fan Demon says, man, EM has this team looking like we juicing. I love it. Let's go. Y'all make sure y'all check out my homeboy Atlanta Falcons fan Demon, man. Great Atlanta Falcons content. He's that guy. So I said, if you feel like it's a bad thing, put a yes in chat. If you feel like it's not a bad thing to just, retool, put a 2 in the chat. I mean, put a no in the chat. Because the thing is that essentially every team retools every year. Am I wrong? Like, no team like legitimately kind of says, "Hey, let's run it back." Like that's not a thing, right? Like, no team like legitimately comes back and says, "You know what? Let's just run it back with what we had." It's one of those cases where you say, yeah, we did good last year, but I really want to try to see what we could do. I really want to see what we can do about getting off the field on third downs. If we can get off the field on third downs a little bit more, man, look at here. We might really be able to, in the words of Arthur Blank, give them a real good kick in the pants. And at the end of the day, I really feel like it's one of those cases where I feel like that's what we're doing. I feel like we're retooling. Or it's a refurbishment, it's a renovation. Shouts out to HGTV. I think we're gonna love it. I don't think we're gonna list it. Savannah Swag said 1.5. Who I gotta rob? Look at here, man. Look, we know Savannah Swag. I know how y'all be doing. Look, the Savannah boys 912. Y'all already know how we do the Low Country boys. They ain't gonna be in the hallways right down from River Street, hitting somebody up right down there past the bridge. Red Swan says Tua will get to start week 1. We'll have a full offseason to work with Bajan, Drake, Kyle, and the O line while Mike is rehabbing. That's a that's a touchy question. That's a touchy question. Touchy question. Prince Kale says so. Basically, we're trying to put a new siding on our shack. Well, wait, shack. I mean, we trying to say shack. I don't know if it's a shack. You know, it's shack. I don't know if I don't know if we can say shack now. I don't, we might say lived in dwelling. How about that? But shack, Bijan, Drake, Kyle Pitts, Shaq. What top 10 O line? I can't say Shaq, bro. Come on now. But it's one of those cases where I could definitely see some renovation. Like a lived-in dwelling. You say, hey, let's put some new paint up. Let's redo the let's redo the siding. Now the roof looks pretty good, but I tell you what, let's do some landscaping to give it a little bit more curb appeal, right? Where's Coach Rona when you need her? See, Coach Rona, she's the one that's in charge of all of our house decorations. She don't really ask me, and I said, look, I said we were remodeling once every 2-3 years, but Coach Rona, she don't ask me nothing. She don't ask me nothing. I tell her all the time. That look here now, I can get you right, but that's just how it is. Nando, what's going on, Nando? Much love to you, Bo. I said, hey, if you feel like it's a bad thing, put a yes in the chat. Nando says he don't feel like it's a bad thing. Savannah Swag says yes, he feels like that's a bad thing. Reggie, Red Swarm, they don't feel like it's a bad thing. Shouts out to Dre Murphy out there in South Kakalaki. Much love to you, Dre. Hope you're doing good tonight, Bo. Dre, Georgia Clay Dre, Silk Legacy, they all say no. They don't feel like it's a bad thing. Ty Bijan 7 says, have you seen what the Panthers did in free agency? Yeah, I seen it. But the question is, are they going to be the Panthers? Well, no, not are they going to be the Panthers? Are the Panthers going to be the guys that say, hey, we're going to spend all this money in free agency, and then they get all these players that they overpaid? Because let's be honest, Jalen Phillips didn't deserve that much money. Let's keep it a bug. Jaden Phillips, he ain't there. He ain't Trey Hendrickson, Max Crosby level. But is it one of those cases where they overspend and they don't get a return on their investment, i.e. Christian Kirk for the Jacksonville Jaguars 3 years ago? Is it going to be one of those cases where they're doing this, that, and the third, and they just blowing money like they blowing it like a runny nose, and then at the end of the day, it comes back to haunt them? That's the question. Now, as far as like the whole rebuild, refurbish conversation that we're having, I feel like this whole refurbish situation is a good thing, because think about it. You're essentially going through your draft in free agency. And you might say, hey coach, what do you mean by that? Well, you only got 5 draft picks this year. I don't know if it's going to be one of those cases where you could, think about it. We've already traded back 2 spots in 2 different rounds to get a safety. Are the Falcons even really taking the draft that serious this year? If I'm not mistaken, I think we picked up the most guys in free agency in the league. I think this is our draft right now. And moving forward, you're going to see what you could do about getting a whole bunch of draft picks. I wouldn't be surprised if next year at this time, if we don't have 11, 12 draft picks. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't trade 2 picks this year and just get some guys that we just couldn't pass up on. I feel like this is a punt year for us in the draft. That's why you're picking up so many guys in free agency. You're picking up a whole bunch of depth. Like there's nothing that a guy in the late first round, second round can do that Azeez Ojulari can't do. There's nothing that a first round or a second round pick can do that Jahan Dotson can't do. It, and then the crazy thing is that next year you're in a situation where you, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're supposed to have like $150 million in cap space next year. You can't beat that, Bo. You can't beat that. So I really feel like um I feel like it's a retooling. I don't feel like it's a rebuild because normally when teams rebuild, that's what pretty classy lady says. It's not a shack. It's a Section 8 rental. Dang, go pretty classy lady, and the person that just comes through and just spray paint everything white instead of painting the walls. They just use that kill Z. Is that what it's called? We got rental properties. We had a guy that came through. He he said he was going to paint the house for us, and it was like he just got that kill Z stuff and just spun around in a circle and just sprayed everything white because it's like a paint and primer all in one. I look, Section 8 rental property, that's rough. I don't think we that pretty classy lady, OG. I don't feel like we a Section 8 rental property, but you never know. You never know. Only time, in the words of Tupac, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Savannah Swag says, why you want to waste Bijan and Drake best years on a rebuild? And that's another thing that we have to acknowledge. Is it one of those cases where we'll say, what's going on, Brandon? Much love to you both. Is it one of those cases where we'll say, hey, we got Bijan Robinson in his prime. A lot of people say he's the best running back in the league. Some people say it's between him and Jahmyr Gibbs. I still feel like you got to leave Saquon in there, even though he had a down year. King Henry still has to be in there. But the fact of the matter is that you got a prime Bijan Robinson. Do you legit want to waste that on a rebuild? And that's why I turn around and say, I follow that up with, hey, guys, if it's a rebuild, ain't nobody safe. And that's what I'm saying. Now, look, Jesse Bates, I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all feel like Jesse Bates might get traded? If you feel like he might get traded, put a 3 in the chat. If you feel like it's a situation where they're not going to let him go, put a 4 in the chat. Because I know with this last acquisition that we made as far as the trade, everybody feels like, hey, it's a possibility. So I want to know what y'all are thinking. But the fact of the matter is that guys like Jesse Bates, there's a possibility it might happen. Think about it. And y'all let me know. Sometimes y'all got to keep me because CTE. I say 3 if you feel like he is going to get traded. 4 if you feel like it's not going to happen. Dre Murphy, you let me know. But it's a possibility in my mind that could happen. If you have a guy who the season before he played in the Super Bowl, and then the next year he came to us back when we were legitimately in a rebuild. Now, Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, they swore up and down that it wasn't a rebuild. They were calling it a retooling. That felt more like a rebuild than this right here. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But they said that they said it was a retooling, but it was a rebuild. But Jesse Bates, he came, he waited through the rebuild. He got broke off. Let's be honest, he got paid. But it's one of those cases where, hey, he's been here for 4 years now. Jesse ain't gonna want to come back, Bo. He been losing consistently. Is Jesse Bates legit gonna want to come back to the Atlanta Falcons, or is he gonna want to go back home and play for the Indianapolis Colts, who might have a chance to make a playoff run? Or is he going to want to try to go to the Philadelphia Eagles? Is he going to try to go to the San Francisco 49ers? It, is he trying to actually get that ring? If I'm not mistaken, ain't Jesse 39? Ain't he over his 30? Ain't he over that 30 mark? Time is ticking, Bo. Time is ticking. It's one of those. He gonna have decisions to make soon. All right. So what's going on, Breezy? Breezy N says, "What's going on, Big Low Country? What's going on, folks? Hope you doing good tonight, fam." Breezy says, when we pick up Tua, I knew what direction the Falcons are going. Another loser season. Dang, go, Breezy. Goodness gracious. Yes, Charlie Warner is still on the roster, Brandon. Dang, go. That is rough. Goodness gracious. Appreciate that, Red Swarm. 153 million. Yeah, we project to have 153 million next year. That's good money. Look at here. If you're like me and you would like 153 million, or if you just want to be like those people on HGTV and talk about how your budget is $1.6 million and all you do is feed hummingbirds on the weekends. If you're like me and you want that type of capital and you need a way to express it, hit that like button for me. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on, chilling out with us tonight for the coaches meeting as we talk about whether or not the Atlanta Falcons are rebuilding. Dre says, "Hey, I don't see that happening, Bo." Fran Chisel, Red Swarm, they all say, "Hey, Bo, I don't know if it's a situation where Jesse's gonna be available." Now Savannah Swag says, "Preach, Bo. If they want to rebuild, they trade Jesse Bates, Kyle Pitts, and Drake. Only Bajan say, daggum." And once again, this is the question that's been hanging over everybody's head. Everybody's wondering, like, hey, like, is Drake safe? Is Kyle Pitts safe? Is Jesse safe? Because Ian Cunningham made it clear he wants his guys. That's a nice way of him saying it. And he's been completely transparent through this whole process. But look, it's one of those cases where he's like, whenever these guys they come up for whether or not we're gonna keep them or let them go. Ian like, yeah, you could go. I don't need you. I didn't choose you. It ain't a situation where, look, you ain't what you it ain't gonna make me crap at the end of the day. So Ian, he's pretty much transparent, and from what I'm hearing, he let these guys know way before free agency came. Like, yeah, you go ahead and start looking for other opportunities. Garen Keith's in here. Garen says 4. He says, yeah, I mean, you don't see it happening. Brandon says, I think they want to keep Bates. Brown is a part of cornerback depth. Now, one thing that you got to remember, and a lot of people were arguing about this on Twitter. When did this trade get made? I think on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. But they were talking about, where Sidney Brown going to be playing, or if it's one of those cases where, this is a bad thing for Jesse Bates. Now, one thing that you got to consider, that you got to keep in mind, we lost D. Alford. Shouts out to Glow, man. Definitely wishing nothing but the best up there in Buffalo. Billy Bowe, man, is injured. He has that Achilles injury that he got in practice last year. The thing is that those guys who play safety, as a matter of fact, I know my little cousin Shady, he went through it this last year. A lot of times, especially in college football, they'll have those safeties. They'll have them play that nickel cornerback spot whenever they first start out, or whenever they're in a pinch and they need somebody to play closer to the line of scrimmage. Those safeties, they have better instincts closer to the line of scrimmage, like those nickelbacks, like those cornerbacks who play in the slot, or what they call them in college, that star position. Shady, he played that star position last year at the University of Florida. He was a safety. He's been playing safety ever since I think he was 9, 10 years old. He played quarterback and he played safety. But whenever he got to college, they said, hey, we want to make sure that you're comfortable around the line of scrimmage first, working through picks, working through different things like that, coming up and supporting in the run game. We want you to be comfortable blitzing and everything like that here at the next level. And I feel like this whole Sidney Brown situation, I could see him playing that star, that nickel position. That's definitely an option. So basically, what you have a movable piece. You have a guy that could drop back and play safety, or you have a guy who can come up and play that nickel cornerback spot. Now the thing is that I don't know if y'all have done your research on Sidney Brown, and from the research that I've seen, a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans, they celebrated whenever we traded for him. Hobie says 3-8, get him out of here. Dang, go. ATL, go, man. 8 camps in here. What's going on? They gave us the 3-8. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is that you have to consider that Sidney Brown, he's a movable piece. Now, my homeboy Damsky made a great point on Twitter the other day. Damsky said he doesn't see Sidney Brown playing on top of the house, playing that deep third in that cover 3. So y'all know, we explained this a few times in these coaches meetings. Whenever you run that cover 3 coverage, you have that cornerback playing the deep third. Both cornerbacks on both sides, they play the deep third. Most of the time, they're at an angle. We teach our guys to be at a 45-degree angle facing the quarterback and just dropping back and not letting that wide receiver get past you. And you're going to use the sideline as a boundary. Sidelines, those are the extra defenders. Then you'll have that safety. And a lot of times that's whenever those defensive coordinators, they get a little bit more creative. You'll have those 2 safeties. And that was what was so good about Xavier Watts and Jesse Bates. You didn't know who was the free and who was the box guy. So you had that safety playing that deep third, and he's not letting anybody get past him. If anybody gets past you, it's your fault. You're the safety for a reason, right? So my homeboy Damsky, he said, hey, I just don't see us putting Sidney Brown playing the deep third because he gets his jaws burnt off on the regular. I didn't say that. Dansky did. Dansky said that. I didn't. Sidney, you see this? I didn't say that. But one thing that we always say is that football is just like life. The circumstances that you're given determines how successful that you are in. I mean, how successful that you are. So it's one of those cases where Sidney Brown, he might get here and get with Coach Olbrich and learn some new things, some new techniques, and he'll be able to actually apply those things and be able to take that next step. I'm eager to see what Sidney Brown can do. We got our first Superman chat of the night. Shouts out to my homeboy Willie Doc. He says coming in late like Devontae Freeman missing the block in the Super Bowl. Dang, go! He says, what's good, family? He says, you can call it whatever. Just give me competent coaching and play. We should have made the playoffs 3 years in a row. Willie Doc is coming here with the heat. Dang, go! That's that dun-da-dun. That's a Superman chat. Good grief, Willie Doc. You have to do him like that. He said, look, y'all can call it what you want to call it. You call it what you want to. Give me competent play, competent coaching, and let everything else fall into play. Because, yes, those were the issues. Or in the words of my 10th grade math teacher, those were the issues. We didn't have competent coaching. Raheem Morris was a competent coach. Call the timeout, coach. You too busy trying to outthink it. Call the timeout, Bo. Good grief. Take Kirk Cousins out, Bo. Yuri says, who's rebuilding after 8 straight losing seasons? Dang, gone. But all right, so I'm just going to put this out here. Is it a loser's mentality? If I say, hey, I mean, yeah, it was a loser season, but it was 8 and 9. Is that a loser's mentality? Like we were almost there. Like it ain't even really. It kind of ain't really our fault. like coach didn't have a kicking competition. We could have had 2-3 more wins, but coach didn't call the time. Is that I don't know. Yuri, also let me know if you got a chance to get your seats moved for this upcoming season, because I like to knock my homeboy old Yuri. Sanchez Low in here. What's going on, Sanchez? Hope you're doing good, my family. Much love to you, Bo. Uh, Garen Key says, not in a Stefanski offense. Okay, what? Okay, y'all have the side conversation. Savannah Swag says Ian cooking, and that's why Tyler and Ellis is gone. Daggone. Also, Brandon in here with a $9.99. Okay, that's that dun da da. That's a Superman sticker. Shot. Appreciate you, Brandon. Much love to you both. Thank you so much for contributing to the coaches meeting. We I would have been on here a little bit sooner, family, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I had to fortunately I had the opportunity to take Coach Ronnie and my niece to the bowling alley, and I whipped up on them, kicked them in between the wash machine and the dryer. It was ugly. I ate them up. Well, y'all might not know, but yeah, I be in the bowling lanes, Bo. I'm one of those guys coming there with the own ball and the own shoes. Yeah. But I ain't been bowling in like 2-3 years. I think I got like a 168, 170 something. I can't remember. Back in the day though, it used to be consistently over 200. I used to get it in. Every Sunday, we used to turn the bowling out to the club. Every Sunday, they had the $2 bowling. Boy, we used to be in there deep on a Sunday night. Boy, it used to be crazy. About 20 years ago. Georgia Clay J says, in my opinion, Brown is competition for Bowman to test his injury. Best player starts. Now, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Georgia Clay J. So one thing I want y'all to remember, and I want y'all to acknowledge, is that just because we picked up these 15 players doesn't mean they're going to be on the roster week one. I'm going to repeat this for the people in the back. Just because we picked up these 15 players doesn't mean they're going to be on the roster week one. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think the way Ian Cunningham is approaching this season, he's thinking about it like, hey, these guys are investments, but these guys are competition. I'm not going to say what I was previously going to say, but these guys are competition. And with them being competition, if the competition doesn't necessarily pan out their way, then hey, we might have to let them go. And if it's one of those cases where we let them go, we're just gonna have to eat that dead money down the road. I feel like that's something that Ian Cunningham is willing to take on, because if you set a culture, and if you set a legitimate competition, and you tell your guys like, look, nobody's safe, right? Somebody mentioned earlier about the whole Michael Penix and Tua quarterback situation. Nobody's safe. I mean, we're sitting here asking. Look, normally, if this would have been the last two coaching regimes with Terry Fontenot, it would have been one of those cases where they would have announced who the quarterback is going to be next year. Archie Smith did it with Desmond Ritter. He had Desmond Ritter feeling cozy and safe up in here. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Desmond Ritter was feeling himself. Desmond Ritter was coming in here like he had 4 Pro Bowls under his belt, like Tua. Last year, they crowned Michael Penix. They crowned Michael Penix a little too early. They didn't even get the training camp. They was like, Michael Penix is a starter. And I feel like this is something that they're trying to avoid again. William Smith says, I've been saying the Falcons rebuilding, no matter how you mix the word salad to make it sound like it's not. It is what it is. Stefanski is building a Cleveland Browns team. Go figure. Dang. That's crazy. I mean, and it's like I said, whenever we hired him, like, was he my first choice? Not necessarily, but at the end of the day, it's like so many people have told us, like, it's because he was in Cleveland. So let's see if the air changes in Atlanta. Solomon Smith says, you trying to be younger, you trying to get younger. So Jesse Bates is a veteran. So if you're moving in a different direction, I'll trade Bates and go younger. Now, and and that's all I was trying to say earlier, Solomon. But the thing is that Jesse Bates is a top 5 safety. Like, let's keep it a book. The only way I've traded Jesse, like, you got to give me a haul for Jesse Bates. But another thing that we have to consider is you got Xavier Wise. And a lot of people forget Billy Bowman played a good bit of safety in college. Billy Bowman could Xavier Wise and Billy Bowman, they could run them safety spots, and they could be interchangeable, just like Xavier Watts and Jesse Bates were last year. I mean, if we're being honest, just being honest. Miss T says they have talent, but they need the attitude of saying we're supposed to win, and no matter who our opponent is, we are the best team. A sports psychologist will help, and that's the thing, Miss T. We got sports psychologists on the team. I don't know what they've been doing. You know, we need something to help us get over this hump, though. Savannah Swag says, good coaching gets you at least yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Savannah Swag is on it tonight, bro. EJ, what's going on? He says, they're effectively spending money to build out the roster, which is smart. They're playing chess, not checkers. I mean, look. That's and I'll take it. I'll take it 1,000 times. Yes, I'll take it. Belly Bomber says, Big Low Stefanski bringing in his guy Miles. Man, look here, Bo. Look, don't get me excited. Just like Gravedigger said, we couldn't look. We can't afford to eat dinner with Miles Garrett. We can't afford to eat dinner with Miles Garrett. With the dots is big low bowling that too. But I wish, bro. Back in the day, I might get you a good 230, 220 something. Yeah, 240, 240. I don't know about that one, bro. Oh man. J Miles in here. What's going on, J Miles? Gravedigger says, why are we talking about failure and we still in Europe? Exactly. Exactly. Look, it's one of those situations where in the coaching staff, we all get together and we talk, we kick the different ideas and the different ideologies around. And at the end of the day, you know, we know whatever is going to happen is going to happen. So the only thing that I do know is that y'all need to make sure that y'all hit that like button. Look, that's the one thing that I do know. If you hadn't done it yet, make sure that you hit that like button. If you could. As a matter of fact, Savannah Swag says y'all hit that like button, but it's real content. We definitely greatly appreciate that. Also, y'all make sure that y'all check out all the Atlanta Falcons content creators. Anybody that's on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere that's talking about our Atlanta Falcons, go ahead and subscribe and follow those folks, man. Everybody has different aspects and different thoughts. Um, and look, if you get those different ideas, you might just learn something. You might just slip up and learn something. Oh man, Savannah Swag says, Jesse Bates is 30. Ain't nobody giving us much for him. Best we might get is a second if we lucky. Let's see. Let me see if I can put it in here and see how much we might be able to get for Jesse. Jesse, where is Jesse? Let's see. I'm just looking it up. Okay, so it's right here says as of March 2026, a team would likely trade a premium draft pick, potentially a second-round pick or higher, to acquire Jesse Bates from the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, look, he's a top-tier safety. And then think about it like this right here. He has a 24.8 cap hit. So is it one of those cases where it's like you'd be like, man, Jesse, like, look, you provided us some great moments. Like look, you slayed the Saints single-handedly a couple of times. Like, but maybe it's just time to move in a different direction. That might be something that you might want to consider. Meech, what's going on, Bo? He says Bowman was playing good in the slot. I keep him down there, and look, I'm not mad at that. But like I said, I mean, if it's one of those cases where you legit need another safety, that might be something to consider. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would legit consider running Kobe down there in the slot. I would consider running Kobe down there at the Star. I I know a lot of people talk about how he did last year against Mike Evans, but I mean, who does well against Mike Evans, especially in prime time? Mike Evans is that dude, bro. Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, I really feel like Kobe Bryant's gonna be a dog. Shouts out to Kobe, man. Shouts out to the Mamba Hawk. I don't know. Savannah Swag says, "Dang, Jesse might need to go with that cap." That's what look, and that's what I'm saying, Bo. $24.8 million. That's a lot of money, especially if it's one of those cases where it's not guaranteed that you're going to be bringing them back next year. I don't think Jesse coming back, Bo. In the words of Jay-Z, once I leave here, I'm gone. Right? I had that conversation with people I used to deal with in the past. Like, look, once I leave here, I'm gone. I ain't coming back. Oh man, look, and I don't think Jesse. I don't think he gonna after next year. So you might as well go ahead and get something for him now. Like let's not play games. We need to think about it, y'all. We need the draft capital. Ian Cunningham said, "Look, draft capital. That's the thing for me. Like if I get the draft picks, I can make everything else." Look, when have you ever heard a GM do that? Terry used to trade it up, and Terry used to be like, "Yeah." What was that old school fabulous song? Baby girl, I'll trade it all, money, cars, and everything. All like, look, that's what Terry Fontenot did. Because Terry Fontenot would trade up because if he seen the guy that he liked, he didn't want to risk it, right? And he would just go ahead and. But meanwhile, from the way Ian Cunningham is talking, he's talking like, "Look here, Bo. There's a lot of guys that I've been scoping out. So if it's one of those situations where they fall, let them fall. I'll take them. Me said, I ain't sold on Kobe yet. Yeah. Brandon said, I think they like Kobe. I feel like Kobe can play outside or inside. I know everybody was talking about how we haven't, gotten that much depth in the secondary yet. One thing that we have to remember is that in the draft, the biggest position that you have is guys that are in the secondary. So cornerbacks come for days. If you need a cornerback, you just wait for the draft. If you ever watch the combine, it's one of them situations where the combine is the longest day for the cornerbacks because there's so many of them, right? Now look at here. We got old T Will in here.
What's up, Lo? How you doing, man? Everything good?
Man, shoot, well, we trying to make it, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. I got no complaints, brother. Hey, you know what I mean? Just taking it one day at a time and Looking forward to more Falcons signings and Falcons transactions and all sorts of Falcons stuff, man. So, yeah, man, just super excited about it. What's
Man.
going on in your world, sir? What are we talking about tonight? I came in. I'm a little tardy for the party, so
Nah, bro. Nah, you trust me. You ain't good. You right on time. So the question is, T. Will, do you feel like the Atlanta Falcons are rebuilding? And I'm going to ask everybody in the chat for anybody who may have missed it earlier. If y'all feel like the Falcons are rebuilding, put a 1 in the chat. But if you feel like it's like a renovation or like a or if you feel like it's a remodeling, put a 2 in the chat.
You know why I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing. You know exactly. So Carrie and I had this,
and I told him, I've been listening to content creators.
Passionate discussion. I'm not gonna call it an argument. It was a passionate discussion, and she said that she felt like it was a rebuild, and I just, to me, when I hear rebuild, it implies that we're tearing it down, right? And again. There's no right or wrong answer. These are all opinions. But when I hear rebuild, I think tear out the foundation, right?
Yeah.
So if someone comes out to your home and they want to add a deck on, that's adding to, right?
Yeah.
That's not moving your foundation. You may or may have to file papers with your local whatever office as far as the county, with if you're making additions to your home or whatever. You may not. But when someone says, hey, we're going to rebuild and we're going to go in and we're going to tear down some walls and we're going to tear down some pillars, now you're talking about the integrity, the structural integrity of the home. To me, that's what that means when you say rebuild. It means you're going to go in, you're going to tear out the foundation, you're going to gut it, and you're going to rebuild, right? Do I think we're doing that? No. Are we remodeling? Sure. Right? We still have Bijan. We still have Drake.
Yeah.
We still have Kyle. We still have Penix. We still have Jesse. We still have Jalen Walker. We still got JPJ, albeit for 6, 7, however many games. We still have Xavier Watts. You know what I mean? We've got the core talent here, right? So in my opinion, and again, doesn't mean I'm right, okay? Because, you got Carrie and I went back and forth. She was like, no. I feel like this is a remodel. I do not feel like this is a rebuild.
Okay.
Just me.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
And see, and so we're kind of on the same page because like I was telling everybody, like growing up, my mom, like I said, she should have been an interior designer because she would remodel like once every 2-3 years, right? And then it's like it's like she was like kind of artsy, so she would see this plant and it would inspire her. It'd be like, oh yeah, these walls are going to be. They're going to be elephant ear green, and then I'm like, well, okay, all right, and then it's like, and she would get like the like, so we built our own house in 1995, and when I say we, it wasn't contractors, we built it ourselves.
Really?
Yeah. So we have like this entranceway going into the kitchen. And she had like this thing made to go over it. It was like it's made out of board, and like she had got the like the fabric and everything to go over it, and it got the things hanging down and everything.
Right.
And the thing is that it looks like whenever she get it remodeled, it looks like a brand new house, right? But there wasn't no walls taken down. You know, the foundation is still there.
Right.
The electrical didn't get pulled.
You probably didn't even have to notify your local county.
We didn't have to notify. We had to notify nobody.
There you go.
And at the end of the day, you know, it looked better, right? And I feel like with these Atlanta Falcons, because I'm gonna be honest, on the defensive line, I can see us having more sacks this year.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, 1,000 times, yes.
Why is that, Lo? Talk to me. Why is that?
Bodies.
So we got what, 57 last year, right? So you can see 62, 63.
Bodies. You got the
We,
bodies.
so we have better pass rushers, is what you're saying, or more durable, or more adept, or
You got more depth. Whenever Ian Cunningham said the floor was raised, he was right. You got more depth. Think about it. You got ain't no telling how long you gonna have JPJ, but
right?
uh
Ojulari,
you got Ojulari, you
right?
got it was it Ibukum,
Yep,
you got Ibukum. You still got Braylon Trice. Nobody
right.
knows what's going on with Braylon Trice, but
Dorless,
whenever he did play, he looked good.
he did. You still got Dorless,
You still got Dorless. You still got
mhm,
Zach Harrison, who was leading the league.
right?
You still got Rook.
Mm. Okay.
So you got the bodies.
Do you feel that we will still have to continue to blitz, or do you think we can get there with 4?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
fair. I mean, we
Yeah,
won't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we would be able to get there with 4. I know that closer to the end of the season, we were getting there more with 4.
We were.
But
We were. We
but
were.
I don't know. I feel like it depends. Since the floor is raised, I feel like you'll be able to get there with 4 more.
Yeah.
But it may be like it was last year. Whenever we were thinking, okay, it's looking like the sacks are going to look like they did in previous years, and then Jeff Ulbrich was like, all right, let's go ahead and bring some more bodies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I feel like, and I want to ask the chat what they think. If y'all feel like we'll get more sacks than we did last year, put a 3 or a 3 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where we don't get more sacks than we did last year, put a 4 in the chat. I want to know what the coaches are thinking. Also, y'all make sure that y'all go to For My ATL Sports 1. That's the number 4, My ATL Sports 1, and subscribe to T Will. Great content over there, man.
Thank you,
Definitely.
man. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing 3 in the chat, bro.
Man,
Oh,
you
you
see,
got some 4s.
you
You
see
got
the
some 4s.
The 3. Oh, we got some 4s. I
You
know.
got some
Okay.
4s.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Look. Let's see what they. Look. This is something I've been thinking about. I've been thinking that we might get more sacks than we did last year because Leonard Floyd. He was good for 8-10 sacks over and over, but this past year it looked like he took a step back.
Mm.
But and I forgot about Cam Thomas. T. Will. We also got Cam Thomas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Savannah Swag with a 3 Willie Dot. Vincent Moore gave us a 3. He agrees. J-Bo Grant gave us a 3. Red Swarm says pineapples. No, he don't like it. Okay, Red Swarm.
That's 4.
Look, tell us why you don't like it, Red Swarm.
Red stand 4. I can
Red
see that.
Breezy, he says 4. Brandon says, you crazy, brother. Stay off the coat. What in the world? Oh, okay. Okay. He says you think Hooper is
that was baby
is
powder. That was baby powder. What are you talking about? Wow.
Okay, he talking about Arthur Hooper. He said if you think Hooper is a pass catcher, he says you don't watch football. But okay.
Yeah, I think in 2024 he had like 50 catches.
Yeah,
they just really didn't go to him much last year. You know what I mean? But in 2024 he had like 50 catches. So
Yeah. Now, if you could, is that Nuki the Don or Nusi the? If you could put that in there phonetically for him, because I don't want to mispronounce your name. But he says your D line can tire out because you have because of poor secondary coverage. Let's put that into perspective too, and that's definitely true.
But to your point, Lo, don't we have the same secondary coverage that we had last year?
Well, as of now, we do.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we got 57 last year, it's the same secondary coverage. It's the look. Here's the thing: we blitzed an awful lot last year, and blitzing will help you out on the back end, right?
Yes,
because if you got it can burn it, or it could. Well, but we got there 57 times, right? So I'm not gonna necessarily look. I'm not saying we don't. We definitely can upgrade. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is if we got 57 with our existing secondary, right? Then what's not to say we can't do that again, right? I'm just, or am I wrong? Give me your thoughts.
No, I mean, look, I'm the one that put it out there. Like, I agree with you. I feel like we can get more. I legitimately do. I feel like
I see his point. You can get burned, but
yes,
and it probably will happen, but more times than not, you'll get there because again, to your point, we have depth, right? We have something we've never had. We have depth on the defensive line, and I think we're going to have depth at linebacker. And
now
I'm not gonna say the name, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly.
Say his name.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna do it. But you know what I'm talking about, Lo. Hey man, hey, and we got Devon D'Angelo coming back, man.
Yeah.
So
Devon Diablo, he coming back. Yeah,
man, this
now
we might be all right.
Now, so to his point, whenever he was talking about
he says Nucci. Not to cut you off, he says Nucci to Don. Nucci.
Okay, Nucci. See, I appreciate that, Bo, because I ain't want to get you wrong there.
Yep.
But the to that coach's point earlier, whenever he was talking about the bad Nucci, he was talking about the bad coverage
on the back end. Yeah.
Now, and this might just be me, but I feel like, because I'm a former D-line coach, I feel like the defensive line will affect the secondary play more than the secondary play would affect the defensive line.
And I agree with you 100%, because guess what, man? When you got them big pretties,
there you go. You got it right, T. Will.
See what I did there? When you got them big pretties coming your way, brother.
That's it.
It make a difference. I'm just saying, and you get hit. Let me tell you something. You get hit 3, 4, 5 good times. You start to, hey, let me get this ball out quick.
Let me get it out.
Let me get it out.
Exactly.
First one's not there. Okay, let me go to the second. Let me get it out. You know what I mean?
Get it out.
So I agree with you in that I 100% feel like the front seven really dictates what the back four do.
Yes.
More so than the back four dictate what the front seven does. Because it's a whole lot easier to cover somebody for 2 seconds than it is for 5.
Boy, what you talk about? It makes a world of a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, Brian Peoples, he says, I said 4 because we got linebackers that could cover now. We may not be blitzing that much. And he definitely has a point there.
Yeah, I hope we don't. I hope we can get there with 4.
I do too.
I hope we can get there with 4. You know what I mean? But we definitely need depth at linebacker, man. That was because look, he who shall not be named. Okay. But chat, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay. Running into players on blitz. That's embarrassing. And look it, when Diablo went out for the 5 games he was out, we did not win a game. Did you realize that? Look? We did not win one single game with
nothing.
So nothing. Yeah, we need to address that depth. But no, Brian Poole. What is it? Brian Poole? Was that the name? Brian.
Probably Brian Peoples.
Brian Peoples. I'm sorry, Brian. He's 100% right. If we do have linebackers that can cover, that only helps us, right? So
and that's true. Now, Savannah Swag, he says, we just need some space eaters now.
Yeah. Well, didn't we sign one the other? Didn't we sign a big one?
Chris Williams from Chicago.
Is he the one we signed the other day?
I think so. Yeah, Coach Staff, y'all let me know. But I know we signed Chris Williams. I think like around 300. Yeah. But see, and I definitely see what you're saying, Savannah Swag. The thing is that Jeff Ulbrich, he doesn't like those defensive tackles to be too big because he believes in those attacking style defenses.
Right.
So he believes in picking a gap and going, opposed to somebody who could fill a gap, right? Instead of doing like the spill and kill deal, he likes to, the attacking style guys to pick a gap, pick a side and go, and linebackers, if they come, they'll fill that other side, right? Yeah. So I mean, I really feel like it's one of those cases where you might not get a legit
Vita Vea. You might
Yeah,
not get Vita Vea.
yeah. You might not get like a legit guy now. Shouts out to Jack. Whenever he had me filling out the tip thing on his iPad the other day, um, after he cleaned the vents in the house, he asked me um if we should get Vita Vea next year. I told him like, yeah, 1,000 times yes, I'll take Vita Vea.
Man, what
He
you talking about?
he would fit us perfectly, but
Man.
that's that's one of them situations. We got Padre in the chat. What's going on, Padre? What's
Deshaun
love to
Hand.
you, bro?
I'm sorry, Deshaun Hand. That's what I was talking
Deshaun
about.
Hand. That's it. Yeah, Deshaun Hand. That's exactly
What's
what
up,
it was.
Padre?
What's going on, Padre, man? Shouts out to my brother Padre. Hope you're doing good tonight, fam. Lucci says, what do y'all think about Christian Harris? Now, if we were just talking about that linebacker depth, what you think about that, man?
You can do worse. You can. I was excited about it when we signed him. You know, the good thing about it is the Falcons, they didn't break the bank, but they got solid talent. They got guys who can rush. They got guys who can tackle. They got guys who are foundation pieces, right? They can block and tackle and do the foundational things. So
Yes,
I like Christian Harris. What do you think about it, bro?
Look, it's the same thing. First of all, he's from from your squad. He's from Alabama, so I know that you all about that, right?
From the Gump. He's from the Gump. Okay.
No. He played for the Crimson Tide.
Oh, there
I,
you go.
I know that.
On that Eric Parker. There you go. You on that Eric Parker again. Oh, wow. Oh, that's how you know. Oh, I tell you, man, that's rough. That's rough, man. Wow.
So that's why I said cut Captain America now. But so basically,
yes. You got it, Savannah. Yes.
To answer your question, I feel like he's a upgrade from JD Bertrand.
Hey, no lies have ever been spoken about that, sir. Jeez, man, that dude.
But how many times have we seen? How many times have we seen a guy that comes out and who struggles, and then you turn around and he just has that one off season where he just gets it right? Like that could be JD.
Bro, he on his third off season. No. I didn't look. I didn't use his name for a reason. I'm gonna shut up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. Because my mama told me, look, if you don't have anything good to say, don't. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna follow that rule. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh man. Well, look. I mean, at the end of the day, defensively, I think. Let me ask you this, T. Will. So because we were talking about the defensive line depth and the defensive tackles and coaching staff, I definitely. This is an interactive show. Y'all let me know. And I want you to tell me, T. Will, what defensively, what is the biggest need that the Falcons have right now, in your opinion?
Well, one of them, we need to be able to stop the run. That's one. And maybe we've addressed that. I mean, we're not going to know until we get in there, but we need to be. I would say defensive tackle. I would say you need, I agree with Gravedigger and Nucci and Savannah. I mean, D tackle, nose tackle, you need a big one to put in the middle. You need a big old 325, and the meaner, the better. The meaner, the mean, like Tyson Clabo, Harvey Dahl. We're gonna play through the whistle and maybe a little beyond. Just in case you're not down, we're going to push you down some more. That kind of mean, right? You need a mean nose tackle. You need a mean defense. You need a guy that just, whenever he's on that, he's in a bad mood. That's what you need. Yeah, that's what you need. You need somebody to get there and to get there with attitude. Yeah, that's what we need. That's it. I agree, Nucci. 320 pounds.
320 pounds. Man,
hey, man. Let's get him. Let's get him.
Okay. At this state in America, it's not hard to find a 320-pound man. It's not hard, right? As a matter of fact, Atlanta Falcons, if you want one, I'm volunteering.
There you go.
If you want a 320-pound man.
Big Low coming out of retirement. Let's go.
But the thing is number one, is he going to be able to play consistently? Like, is he going to be able to give you 40 snaps a game? And number two, is he going to be able to get to the places where he needs to get to in a timely fashion? Those are the big questions. So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, because if it was a situation where if it was the bigger the better situation, what's the kid's name from Florida? Desmond Watson, the 400-pound kid. He would have a job right now, right? So I mean, I'm definitely cool with getting the big guy, but I also need him to be able to move effectively.
Oh yeah, definitely. But hey, look, I've always been a fan of big nose tackles in the middle because it makes it impossible to run.
Yeah, it does.
When you play Tampa Bay, you're gonna have to run that ball side to side. Yeah, you got to keep them honest and you got to run it up the middle, but you're gonna have to run some outside straight zone because you got the big man in the middle. Okay, it's gonna be a long day. Bring a lunch. That's the kind of D tackle we need, man. Somebody that's just you have no choice but to double team him. You have no choice.
Man,
you know what I mean?
It look like everybody agree with you though, Bo. Like pretty much almost everybody agree with you.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now I'm gonna tell you, personally, I feel like we need a cornerback. We need like a legit cornerback too. Okay. Like I need somebody on the other side who's a dog, just like AJ. Because I mean, I understand that it would be great to have a nose tackle, but I mean, Mike Hughes. Somebody referred to Mike Hughes as something derogatory earlier in the chat.
I'm not gonna say it.
And I mean, I was just talking about Kobe Bryant before you came on, T. Will. Like Kobe's a dog. So it's.
I wonder if he gains some weight in the offseason.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
That's my only thing.
I'm sure he is.
I think he can compete with anybody, but you're gonna continue as small as that frame is. You know what I mean? You hit the wrong guy, bro. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. I don't know, man. Did you ever met Jamal Anderson?
Yeah, I met him all
back in the day when he was playing.
No, I didn't meet him back in the day when he was playing. No,
I met him back in the day when he was playing. Man, this man was this wide. Okay, now first of all, he was 5'2". He may have been shorter than my Kim. Okay, but he was as wide as me, you, and another dude.
Good,
okay,
agree.
He was huge. His arms were like this big. He didn't shake my hand, bro. He shook my arm. Okay, and my only thought was, if I see him in the backfield coming towards me, I'm trying to trip him up, bro. Because if I hit him with this, it's over.
It's over.
You know what I mean?
It's over.
That's how I feel about. I think Kobe can hit. I like Kobe's game. Kobe's very confident, but I just feel like we gotta bulk up a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You good, T. Well, look at here. We got another Superman chat. We got one for Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve says, "What up, fellas?" He says, "I'm here in Vegas, signing my new solo deal." Wait a minute. With low background vocal records. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. What in the world?
Oh, wow.
He says, they said something about their last client, Suge Boys, being all in the videos. Wait in the world, huh?
No, man, you got to do your Suge Knight voice. You got to do your Suge Knight voice, Lo.
They said something about the last client being all in the videos.
There you go. There you go.
Shouts out to Uncle Steve, man.
What up, bro?
What's going on? That's that dun-dun-dun. That's a Superman chat. Uncle Steve, look, Uncle Steve probably out there putting it all on the Falcons to win the division. Uncle, hey, don't spend too much money on the Falcons. Don't be. Look, I want Auntie Kira get mad at me. Said he was listening to the show whenever you put in them bets. Now, don't be doing that. Now. Shouts out to Uncle Steve, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out Uncle Steve's Lounge on YouTube. great content.
Great
Not
show.
a great singer, but great
Oh
content
wow.
though. You know, so,
Oh
so
wow.
y'all
Oh
make sure y'all
wow.
check him out, man.
Uncle Steve is a music man, and he and Lo have a musical band together called, what is it? Southern Silk.
Southern Silk, yes sir, yes
Is the
sir.
band still together?
Hey, man, I'll be honest with you. We trying to figure it out because you know, too bougie, man. He be wanting private planes and stuff, and I'm like, man, we can fly first class.
He got too many demands. That's
Yeah,
what
like
it is.
come on, like we can fly first
Okay.
class.
Okay.
Last show we did, he didn't go out because he didn't have sparkling water. Like, come on, man, we so bougie, man.
You
Like,
gotta have the Perrier.
yeah, like
You gotta have the Perrier. That's
yeah.
what it is.
I'm
Okay.
saying, like, man, come on, man.
Oh man.
Look, this smart water's good. He's like, no, if it's not sparkling, I'm not sparkling. Like, what?
I asked for 2 ice cubes.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
It's not hard.
Uncle
2
Steve, like,
ice cubes shaking. Okay.
exactly. Uncle Steve, like, stars sparkle low. And their water does too. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh man. Oh wow, man. So hey, cornerback in the draft, anybody you got your eye on that we might be able to take a look at in the second round?
Yes. Pons from Indiana. I don't know if you
D'Angelo
remember.
Pons.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember me talking about him during the season.
I do.
But Pons from Indiana, if he falls to us, that's the thing. Now, the only problem is I think the reason why he might fall to us would be because of his size, and that might be the same situation that you have. I mean, he's smaller than Kobe, but smaller height wise. He reminds me a lot of a Clark Phillips. I feel like he's a little bit more technical than Clark Phillips is.
Can he jump?
Yeah. He can get up there. So, I mean, it might be one thing to consider. Jay Murphy says AJ Terrell's brother, that could be something to consider as well.
What do you think about him?
Avion?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Avion, cool people. You remember we were chilling out Avion at training camp, remember?
No,
you remember that? Okay. So AJ Terrell, they were signing autographs and everything. Okay. And it's like Avion, he was standing with Avion and his teammate at Clemson. They were standing behind him. I was like, Avion, I think I seen him on like Instagram or something. I was like, hey man, like, let's trade chains. Because I had on my little, I had on my little chain.
Right.
But he had on like the chain. I was like, let's trade chains. Okay. Yeah.
That's trade
chain. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, he kind of turned his nose up my little chain. But that's cool, Avion, That's cool, we still cool.
I was too busy eating the Rasta pasta.
You too busy. Hey, look here, y'all let me know something. So tell me why we at training camp, right? If you ever been at Atlanta Falcons training camp, y'all know it started like 9 o'clock in the morning, and we get there at like 4, 5, 6. Tell me why they open the doors. We waiting on training camp to start. We'll eat Rasta pasta like at 8 in the morning. Like who eats Rasta pasta at 8 o'clock in the morning? Like,
hey man, let me tell you something. I had not eaten. I woke up, I was hungry. I typically eat before I leave my house. I live in darn near Macon, Low, and that 2-hour drive. I didn't stop for breakfast because I didn't know what to expect, man. I got there, I was starving, and that is the best plate of Rasta pasta I've ever had in my life. Let me tell you something. Man. I had that first bite, and it was me and Jesus. It was just spiritual. It was spiritual. You know what I mean? I know he fed the masses with fish. But if he come back today, it'd be Rasta pasta, man. I'm telling you, it'd be Rasta. Hey, I'm just saying, man, it was delicious.
Well, look. Remember, we didn't eat again until like 3, 4 o'clock because the Hooters they couldn't get.
Hey, we got Yuri in the chat.
We got Yuri.
This is a perfect opportunity to talk about how bougie.
Now that's bougie. That's bougie.
And Yuri are.
That's bougie right there.
Love you, Yuri, but I'm about to talk about you. I'm about to talk about Jack too, but I talk about Jack all the time. All right, so it's me, you,
Yeah.
Jack, Yuri, who else?
Mike Bill.
Mike, no, Mike Bell, and then
Mike Conti.
No, but Mike from our crew, right?
Mike Mark.
Mike with the nice car, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Mike. You know what I'm talking? Okay. So it's us 5, and then Mike Bell shows up.
Yeah.
And the power's out at the Hooters, and we just walk up to him like, "What's up, Mike?" And Mike was like, "What's up, guys?" He just got out the car, started talking to us. We're having a great time, good old time. The power is out, right? Chat. The power is out. Okay, so we get in there. Mind you, we are hungry. We are hot and sweaty.
Boy, it was hot.
Okay,
oh my
and
God.
hungry, right? And our bellies are growling, right?
Oh, it was
and
so hot.
And they're sitting there like, it's gonna be an hour before the food's ready, right? So me and Lo are like, and they're like, but we won't be able to make fries because that's made on a different machine. And we can start. Me and Lo are like, fine.
Yeah,
me and Lo are like,
fry gotta heat up. Yeah, we're like, okay.
Right. Yuri and Jack are like, well, I will not have a burger without my fries. I'll never forget that in my life. I looked at Yuri like, are you serious? He was like, bro, I'll just wait. I was like, wait.
Wait.
Okay, all right. Wait.
You can wait. I will eat this burger.
Bro, I was gonna go outside and kill something, put it on the grill myself. Wait. And Jack Sedity. I can't have a burger without my fries. Man, I'm like, for real? Y'all gonna sit there?
You know, Jack, wait, T Will, burger without fries? Come on, come on, man.
Oh man. But yeah. So hey, if you see, and y'all know how Yuri gets down. Y'all know Yuri has a steak every night. He probably eating a steak right now.
Probably is.
And it's medium well, Jack.
Exactly.
It's medium well, okay?
Exactly.
Because well done steak. It's not the move. It's medium well. But yeah, man. No, that was fun. That was a fun time.
Yeah, fun time, man. You gotta love it. Now, Grave Diggers, he asked me because we were talking about a defensive line a little bit earlier. He was saying, what makes you think we're going for the D line? We got multiple defensive tackles in this draft. And look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. In this draft, I don't know what we're doing. I know Ian Cunningham said BPA, best player available. Ain't no telling who it's gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a running back. In all honesty, I don't know what we gonna do.
Bro, we signed 30 people.
That's what I'm saying.
I have no idea. we probably signed somebody tonight. Oh wait, it's another one. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm with you, Lo. I have no idea, bro.
Exactly.
Although now Ian said he would build in the trenches. He did say that. Yes. So I mean, it could be defensive line. What do you think about offensive line? Like offensive line. Oh my God. What do you think about offensive line?
Look, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I know we got that center. I forgot we got that center. We got that center in free agency. They said he's probably gonna be taking his job.
Or at least competing for it, right?
Yeah, he's competing for it at least. But yeah, like if you're telling me that you're drafting the right tackle and he's gonna be on this roster for the next 4 or 5 years and he could step in whenever somebody gets hurt, yes, 1,000 times yes, I'll take it. So, Coach Staff, I do want to let y'all know what we're going to do is probably within the next couple of weeks. I'm thinking, and I know that it's not going to be as fun because we don't have a first round pick, but we're going to do some mock drafts. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to make sure that y'all do your research so we're ready, and we'll make sure that we do our research so we're ready. And we're gonna have a good time and put together some pretty good mock drafts.
Mock drafts are fun.
Yeah, man,
mock drafts are fun.
I enjoy it. Atlanta Falcons fan David says burgers without fries. Says they probably put Grey Poupon on their burgers. Look at here. Look at here.
What's up, cowboy? What's up, cowboy?
Man. Great Falcons content at Atlanta Falcons fan David, man. Y'all make sure that y'all check my brother out, bro. But yes, they put Grey Poupon on there, T. Will.
They probably did. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me at all, sir.
Nucci the Don, he says, if we did draft a running back too, I'm going Mike Washington Jr. That's That's why you my dog, dude. I just met you tonight, but that's why you my dog. And that's also that dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. See, boy, man, boy, y'all are on top of it tonight.
Lo, you getting naked from Mike Washington Jr.?
Tonight I'm gonna dance for you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tonight is going down.
I did not expect that. Okay, all right. Yeah, I did not expect that. Savannah said Big Low stripping. Okay. All right.
Yeah, look here, bro. Mike Washington Jr. Bro. People talking about, oh man, what you gonna do without Tyler Algier? Mike Washington Jr. people literally bounce off of this guy. They literally bounce off 4.340, 4.240. What?
Why would he be there in the second round?
Because I'm finna tell you why. Fumbling issues.
Oh.
Fumbling issues. They said he had fumbling issues last year. So but my whole thing is you got to take the good with the bad. And, you know, it's one of those cases where it's like, is Kevin Stefanski really as good as a coach as everybody says he is? If that's the case.
How big are his hands, Lo?
Oh, I don't know. I just know that he's like 230, 220, like 6 foot, running 4.29, 40-yard dash, and people bounce off of him. That's all I know. I ain't even look. Matter of fact, I can look it up. While I'm looking it up, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button. If you would like Mike Washington Jr., and you need a way to express it, make sure you hit that like button. Okay. Let's see. It said his hand size is 9.14 inches. I'm sorry, 9 and a quarter inches. That's pretty good size.
That's bigger than mine.
Yeah, that's pretty good size.
I don't know. I mean, as long as it's not a Kenny Pickett situation, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's hard to carry the ball because if you can't palm it up here, all they got to do is, you know, and these defensive linemen, they got some big paws, man. So
yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry, Lisa Shepard. Lisa said no, he had fumbling issues. I'm sorry. My bad, Lisa. Thank you so much. Yeah, fumbling issues.
Hey, you should clip that and do it like Debo in slow motion.
It's you.
Yeah,
that's it. But the brand says shoot. I mean, Bajan, he got fumbling issues. I mean, so you know,
he's gotten better.
He's gotten better.
That's like one thing I miss about Tyler. Boy, Tyler ain't fumbling for nobody.
Tyler, never. He ain't
never fumble. You can strip it, and you can strip it. You ain't getting it, buddy.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. Gray Digger says, Mike Washington, he might jump to the first round after that combine. That he went crazy. He went crazy.
4.29. It got folk bouncing off of him.
Look, Newt said,
like you say, Lo, some team might get naked for him.
I'm telling you, tonight I'm gonna dance for you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna show you how much. Show you. Newt said, watch his highlights. It explains everything. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. That's a boy, Mike Washington. That's that dude, bro.
Damn.
That's that dude.
I gotta check him out, man. I don't know anything about Mike. I gotta check him out.
Bro, check him out. Check him out, T. Will. I'll tell you, he's legit. He is.
Any other running backs you looking at?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would check out Mike Washington ever since the beginning of the draft last. So it's like I ain't even really looking at nobody.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's that new shiny Corvette you looking at.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gravedigger says Katron Allen. You know anything about him?
Yeah. Katron Allen. I do know about him. He's legit. Katron Allen. He's a legit do it all back. He'll legit do it all back. Shouts out to my homeboy Tip in here, Chris A1 Forever.
What up, Chris?
He says, my boy giving you all the true meaning of keep your shirt on. Wait a minute, what? Dang, Tip. Good.
I think he's saying that for both of us, man.
Dang,
I think that's for all parties on the show, bro. I think that's what he's saying. You know?
I make sure I check A1 Forever out on YouTube.
A1,
man. Great
what
content,
do?
man. Great nigga said, okay, Ursha, that's it, man. You know, look, gotta be careful. That man, where Coach Rody at? Let me feed us some cherries. Hey, girl.
That's a feeders and shit. Oh my goodness, boy.
Oh man. but
man, let me ask you a question.
What you got?
Would you take your wife to Vegas to see Usher and y'all sit on the front row?
Okay.
I know my answer. I just want to hear yours.
No.
Me neither.
No.
I'll be mad. Let me tell you something. The internet is forever, bro.
Exactly.
Nah, man.
Exactly.
You come out there and start feeding Kim and stuff, and Kim.
And you know, but Kim will be like, "What you want me to do, Terry?"
Bro, hey, you remember that from the 5 Heartbeats when that dude with the George Jefferson was sitting next to her and JT came out and started singing to her and she passed out? Dude,
yeah, exactly.
Dude said, "Nah, man.
See, come on now.
Nah.
Nah. Everybody in chat, y'all answer. Can you answer T Will's question? Would you take your wife to sit front row at an Ursha concert in Vegas? Put a 1 in the chat if you would, 2 in the chat if you would. I ain't gonna lie to you. I couldn't. So Coach Ronan, she went to go see Usher, and I got her tickets for her. But I went to Vegas too. I didn't go to the show, but I bought her seats all the way in the back. I was like, look, if he go all the way back there,
it was meant to be.
Exactly. Like
it was meant to be. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, he go all the way back there, then shoot. Like he worked for that one. If he skated his old happy behind back there.
Nucci said, "I'll be in the news tomorrow."
Exactly. A1 says that's for his protection. Dang, God.
I heard that. Crazy. And he meant that too. I know he meant that.
So Banner Swag said, "I would need bail money." He said, "I don't want to fight."
All right. Hey, let's flip it though, right? Let's say that you went to see, I don't know who y'all young folk think is hot, but let's say a non-pregnant Lotto, a Beyonce, you fill in the blank.
Now, if you said Tim's for me, if you said that lady Tim's, you know.
Okay, Tim's.
Okay.
Would your wife buy y'all seats in the front row?
Hey, Coach Ronnie. Hold on. Let's see if we can. Let's see. Hold on.
Hey man, I just asked you, bro. Don't get me cut, bro.
You know they say it's always good to ask for permission. I mean, ask for forgiveness than permission,
bro,
right?
This is your idea. This is not my idea, bro. Don't. Coach, Will's not coming back. No, he's not coming back.
Brandon says Sade. Ooh.
Oh man, she's
beautiful. Operator.
She's still beautiful.
Hey, babe. Hey, could you come in for a second?
No.
Are you still on the show?
Yeah, I'm on the show. The chat has a question for you.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh god.
All right. So look, we're gonna see what Coach Rudder say about this one here.
Yeah, my wife wouldn't. And
she wouldn't? Why she wouldn't?
And you know why. We talked about it offline, but you know why.
Okay. Hold on. What's
the 50th birthday.
Oh, okay. Hey, T, will say something?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, hold on.
Can you hear me?
Say something, T. Will.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. We can hear you. All right. So, Coach Ronnie, basically, they were asking. We were talking about Ursha, and and they said that it's one of them situations where they asked me if I would get front row seats for you to go see Usher. I said I got seats for you to go see Usher, but I got them in the back.
He wasn't spraying for the good seat.
Nah. And I normally get real good seats, right? But T Will asked because he was like, he was like, let's flip it. So go ahead, ask T Will.
Why I gotta ask me? Okay, hey, Coach, it's just a question. Don't kill me. Who's the one you said? Tim's? Is that what you said? Tim's? You said Tim's, right, Lo? Lo?
Hold on 1 second, T Will. Hold on, let me turn the volume up right quick.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, T Will.
Yeah. Coach Ronnie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So would you buy you and Lo upfront seats to go see Tim's, like in the front row?
Yeah, if he'll let Usher feed me some cherries.
Oh! Oh!
See, I ain't going to see Tim. I already know. This is the drink that you cannot buy. That's done. I can't. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
That's Coach Ronnie is, man. That's what's up. No, I know my wife wouldn't do that. I know she would.
Man, look, Coach Ronnie, she'd have had a crush on Usher since before the 99 to the 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back when he was in that movie Light It Up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
I
yeah.
hear you.
Trust me. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't. But yeah, it's one of those situations where I can't do that one, Bo. I can't do that one. Can't do that one. Coach Ronnie talk about I let Usher feed. And you heard the detail talk about feeding her cherries from the bowl. That means she been watching the video.
Damn.
You see that? Dang. See. Look at that. See,
bro, I couldn't watch that, bro. I smack that shit out of here. Hell, you doing? You got some? No. I love you, Kim. You gonna be in the back. You gonna be in the back. You gonna be in the nosebleed section.
Goodness gracious! Oh, see, you're in chat. He probably didn't hear. He probably didn't hear you talk about it earlier, T. Will, but I'm sure he gonna go back and watch it.
I always talk about that day. You already know what I'm talking about, man.
Man, Randy says, Coach Ronnie said, an eye for an eye. That's a Superman chat. That's rough.
Eye for an eye.
Lisa Shepard says, now that he's no longer with us, what is your grade for fine? Oh, that's a good question, Lisa. Ooh, what you think, T. Will? What's your grade for Terry Fontenot? Overall, his whole career with the Atlanta Falcons.
That's tough, man. That's tough because, and I try to be fair. When he first got here, we were in cap hell. He had to get us out of cap hell.
Yeah.
He did miss on some, second round and third round, but that last draft last year was, perfect. So, Nucci says B-. Savannah says B-. I'm okay with that. I'll go with B-. What are your thoughts? The look on your face, boy. It ain't a B-. Okay, what you got, Love? It's not a B-.
I think I agree. I think I give a B-.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
I think that last year saved him. Like that last year, really.
Bro, four starters. Ronnie Thomas gave him an F. Dang, Ronnie.
But Ryan, he live in that negativity space. Like, come on, Ryan. You can't. Come on now. You can't just. You can't just give the man an F. Like, come on now.
Ron didn't like his suits. I hate his suits. I hate the way he dresses. I'm gonna give him a man.
The man said I hate the way that you talk, the way that you walk. I hate the way that you dress.
I hate the way you breathe, damn it. No.
Good grief.
Bro.
I mean, but we get some good grades here. Brandon says C- for coach select, but I don't think he chose Raheem Morris. It's like he says that he got caught up in that Raheem Morris miss and everything. But I don't think he chose Raheem. I think that was more of an Arthur Blank thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough, but I'm okay with giving him a B-. Like, again, he did pick Bijan.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Did he pick Drake or no?
Yep, he picked Drake.
He did pick Drake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So draft.
Hey.
If you wouldn't included that second, this last year, it probably would have been like a C
or a D. Yeah.
Or a D. Yeah.
If it wasn't for but you got 4 starters. Right? And you might have, from the year before, if Braylon Trice comes back, you know what I mean? Doorless. So yeah, I'll say a B- is fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, you know what? You talking about the Doorlesses and the Zach Harrisons and and I think I might have to just say a B, just straight B.
Yeah,
because
I can see that too.
This whole defensive line he built.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, like he made a tough decision and letting go of Grady Jarrett. Like that was a ballsy move.
It was. And he was rewarded with 57 sacks, people, which I believe is the most sacks by a Falcons team ever. Didn't they break a record? Or
they broke the record. They broke
the record. So yeah, I'm okay with giving him a B. Yeah, let's do that. I'm cool. Let's do that.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, got a lot of good grades. Tip says C+. The last 2 seasons saved him. Plus, he did get us out of the cap situation, and that's true.
That's what's up.
That's true. Yours said Arthur Smith come in before Terry too. Exactly.
Yeah, he did.
Unnormalized is in here. He says Terry Fontenot picked the heck out of some skill positions, players. But he just couldn't put a full team together. Took too long to find a quarterback and put a defense together at the last minute. Solid C. I ain't mad at that.
That's fair.
I'm not mad at that at all.
That's fair. Although some things are timing, right? You know what I mean? I mean, quarterbacks don't grow on trees, but I don't have an issue with the C. That's fine. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm eager to see what happens this year in the draft, though. I feel like this is going to really show what direction and what type of team we're going to be moving forward. Because Terry Fontenot, he would trade up for Mike Washington.
Yes, he would.
That's what he would do.
No doubt about it. Terry Fontenot traded the entire 2027 draft for Mike Washington.
Pretty much.
No, wait. That was Dimitroff that did that with Julio.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That worked out, though. I'll tell you.
Hey, he got a Hall of Famer. I can't be mad at it.
Exactly.
He traded that entire draft. Matter of fact, I remember Roddy commenting on social media like, wow, we traded the whole draft for Julio. But it worked out. And he became one of Roddy's best friends. So it worked out really well, man. You know what, Lo? Kerry said this a couple of weeks, and I think you said this. And the more I've been thinking on it, man, I really feel like we may trade Kyle Pitts. We might do it. And the reason I feel like it's a strong possibility is because first thing that man said, and he said it with attitude. Okay, he said, this will be the last time, okay? The last time we ever had 5 draft picks. You know how sure he was about that?
That man was sure.
No. He ain't going to be the GM forever. So he's talking about to infinity and beyond.
Yes.
We will never have 5 draft picks again. He believes in that, man.
He believed in that.
So
He believed in that.
How you gonna get more draft picks, right? Yeah, you can trade back, but hey, if you get a call draft night and they want to send you a first round this year and a third rounder for Kyle,
Man, a first round pick for Kyle Pitts, though?
they might be desperate, Low.
Come on, Bo.
Bro, hold on.
First round pick
like
for Kyle.
What if they feel like they're just a tight end away? They got receivers.
Man, who ever feel like they a tight end away?
I'm just saying, it just work with me here. What if they just feel like, okay, we just a tight end away, and Kyle Pitts is not a normal tight end, right?
He's not.
He's a gazelle. Okay.
Yes.
He might not always run the right route, but he's gonna run and fast. And most people big enough to cover him aren't fast enough, and most people fast enough to cover him aren't big enough.
He a
right?
dog.
He is a matchup nightmare. So if somebody gets the gumption, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Okay, chat. I'm not saying it's definitely gonna happen. But if they call, right, Thursday night, hey, Ian, what's up? Hey, yeah, want to send you a first round and a third for Kyle. What you saying, Bo? If you're Ian, what are you saying?
What address do I need to tell him to go?
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Where he need to show up at?
Where he need to go, man? Where he need to go?
Exactly.
Hold on. Where do I need to cash after you? Hold on. I'll send it. All right. I mean, I'm not saying it'll definitely happen, but hey man, I'm just saying teams get desperate draft night. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
they
true.
get desperate because he might be looking at it thinking, I don't like the tight ends that are in this draft. We want Kyle Pitts. Oh man, if we put Kyle Pitts next to this guy, oh man, they get to talking about it. And what if they got 2 or 3 first round picks? Fuck them picks. That's what the Rams said. Hell, trade them to the Rams. They'll take them. They don't care about their pick.
Oh my
What
God.
if the Rams trade us back our pick for Kyle Pitts?
I'll take it. Twice on Sunday. I'll take it.
What if they call us and like, hey, guess what?
Hey, big head. You want that? Hey, big head. You want that pick back?
I don't know. I mean, I personally think we're going to leave the draft with 9 picks. I think that Ian is going to leave them here. Yeah, I do. Because that's all we've been talking about, man, is picks. Look at all his press conferences.
I was talking about that earlier.
That man talks about the offensive and defensive line and picks. That's it.
That's it.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
There's no way. And just bro, when you get a chance, not today, because it's late. When you get a chance, go back and look at that first press conference when he was like,
"Oh, I remember
the last time."
I remember,
okay?
And he said that we started with. He said when we went to Chicago, we started with 5 picks.
Right.
By the end of the draft, we had 10.
Right. What? He didn't say it just to say it.
He didn't say it just to say it.
Hey, chat. That is what's known in the business as foreshadowing. Okay. That is foreshadowing. He is telling us of things to come later on in the story of the 2020 Falcons. Okay,
he dropping crumbs for you.
Hey, we are trading some folks. Okay, because I don't do 5 trade. I don't do 5. He said it like he was mad. You know what I mean?
Savannah Swag said he said it with his chest.
He said like if he saw Terry, he'd be like, you know what? That's for them picks. That's how he said it. He said it like he do it with the open palm. He meant that. He said that with his whole chest, man. I don't know.
That's crazy. Rick Hill said we can use that first. Look, man, I just don't see a first for Kyle Pitts, but I mean a second. I'll take that too. I ain't mad at it.
But if you give me a second, I'm gonna have to take a second and a third. I'm gonna have to take a second and a fourth. I'm gonna have to tax you.
I'll take a second and a fourth. But
how bad do you want it? That's what I'm. How bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it?
Hey.
Hey, he plays the Tampa Bay Bucks great. Those are two guaranteed 150-yard performances.
Y'all playing Tampa this year? That's the first question.
That's a win, bro. That's a win right there.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me look at y'all schedule. Hold on. Oh, y'all got Tampa.
That's a win, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna go out for 300 yards.
That's a dub. He
gonna
pull a Julio
touchdown or two, but it's all right. He gonna go out for 300 yards. I don't know, man.
Oh man, that's crazy. Savannah Swag says, if you were the Kansas City Chiefs, what would you give up?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Second and a fourth.
You got Kelsey, and you put Pitts on the other side of that, and you got Kenneth Walker. Ooh,
I forgot they got Kenneth Walker.
And you got Big Red coaching. Oh, wait. Yeah, man. I'll take a second and a fourth. I sure would. That'd be 7 picks. And then I take that other second, flip it for another third and a fourth, or go back in the second round and flip that for another third and a fourth. And that right there is your 9 picks.
I mean, what about let me ask you this right here. What about Jesse Bates?
See, not that I don't love Kyle. Okay? Not that I don't love Kyle. But man, there's nothing better. There's nothing prettier than a safety that makes interceptions. There's nothing prettier.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Let me tell you something.
Just step in front of somebody
and just it reminds me of my wife. When I married my wife 33 years ago, she had this beehive hairstyle. You young folk ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something, Lo. When she came out the house, oh my God, Lo, I got so caught up, I forget where I was going, man. I couldn't talk anymore. I stutter. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about safeties that can pick it off and go 100 yards. You know what I mean? Not that tight ends are just easily replaceable, but a safety that can do that can jump routes, that can develop the and he's gonna make your secondary better. I don't know that I want to lose Jesse, man. If it's me, I'm trading picks.
But he's 30 years old though. Let's ask the chat. Look, let's ask the chat. Who would you, if you would rather trade Kyle, put a 1 in the chat. If you would rather trade Jesse, put a 2 in the chat. I mean, because that's from the way T Will's talking.
Let me be honest. The other thing that's in the back of my mind is you're going to have to pay Drake and you're going to have to pay Bijan.
Yeah.
Drake's going to be $33 million. I'm telling you that all day. Drake is going to be $33 million.
It's going to be expensive.
Okay. Yeah. Bijan going to be about 23, 24. Okay. 23, 24, maybe 25. Okay. You going to do that and pay Kyle $20 million? Some guy that's what I'm looking at. So if we're again,
but if you trade Jesse, Jesse's cap number is 24.8.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? So if you trade Jesse and
that's
Kyle,
fair.
you're up $4 million.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Where we gonna get them interceptions from, Bo?
Kobe Bryant, Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman.
I can see Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman tore his Achilles, right?
Yeah, he tore it.
And he tore it halfway in the season.
I believe so.
So he's not going to be.
Yeah, he ain't going to be there in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. So, Ron says, "Can we trade T. Will for a 7-round draft pick?" Okay, I mean, Ron? Last time, Ron, it was like a case of beer. So I'm coming up in the world. You know what I mean? I'm coming up. You can trade me for a 7th-round draft pick. That's cool. I'm humble. It's all right.
Hey,
yeah, let's do it.
Any way you can help the team, T. Will. Any way you can help.
Hey, last time it was a pack of gum and a case of beer, man. I wasn't even worth some food. Good. You know what I mean? It was gum. It was gum. You know, my ego was hurt. So I'll take a 7th-round pick.
Look, a team called me the other day about Ryan to ask me for a pack of stale crackers.
They already crumbled in the wrapper.
Already covered in the wrapper. Yeah. Like, hey, you still got
wow.
you still got
Alrighty.
that pack of stale peanut butter crackers.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
cheese, with
With
the,
the-
with
exact-
the
yeah.
yellow with the peanut butter.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
hey, look,
Yeah,
we get
man.
that to you for Ron. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
You never know when you gonna need some stale crackers.
Or the new Chico stick. You ever had the new Chico stick?
Nah, I've never eaten a Chico stick.
Well, man, it's sad because the old Chico stick, bro, back when I was a kid, it was delicious. They've done something to the formula now. It's disgusting. But
Sure
the
enough.
old Chico stick, it was delicious, bro.
Man,
It was delicious.
dang.
Wait, Brandon said, is Willie Beeman available?
Willie Beeman.
I'm steaming.
I'm screaming.
If you think you can defeat me, you're dreaming.
Oh, man.
Savannah Swag said it tastes nasty. It does.
I never had a
it's
Chico
disgusting.
stick.
Yeah, my wife used to love them. Me and my wife used to love them. You know,
Daggone. I never had a Chico. I'm serious.
Chico sticks were delicious back in the day.
Never had
man.
one.
Delicious.
I never had a Chico stick.
It was
I
good.
meant
man.
the Chico stick.
Oh, that is that. What's that song? What is that?
Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, that
I'm
is.
the Chico stick. I want to hey, cause you so thick. Yeah. Shouts out to Fabo, man. Chill out with Fabo in New Orleans, boy. We had a good time. Shouts out to old Fabo. We got Superman chat from DeAndre. He says Watts got wide receiver background too. Imagine we use him like Travis Hunter.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. He's a wide receiver. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Look at here.
DeAndre.
They should have considered that last year. Shoot, we didn't have no wide receiver.
You may as well.
You keep throwing David Seals out there.
He might have had more interceptions than some of our receivers.
Catches. Is that you? Nah. You
Shut up.
You go with that. You go with that. Jerry Cummings said,
I can
"Big
hear
Low."
my wife now. You just shut up, T. Bro. Don't you do it. You can't go out and do it. Don't you say that.
Jerry Cummings said, "Big Low, just what up, bro?" Said you got to wear the red mink with the Gators to the Caesar Super Bowl.
Now, like Gators.
Whenever you do the NFC South soundtrack. Look at here, man. I got something for them this year. It's gonna catch them off guard.
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready.
I'm not mad at it.
They ain't ready. Definitely, man. Well, look, let's go ahead and get ready to wind it on down, boy. I've been on here for a couple of hours. Definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on and chilling out with us tonight. It's 11:40. Y'all know y'all got to go to work tomorrow. I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor. And look at here. Do a country boy a favor. Hit that like button for me. If you do, I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day. And I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. If it's the Watusi, you know, if we putting the boots on the ground, if we doing the love, the slide in. If y'all want to do that, slide. It don't matter what y'all want to do. If you hit that like button, I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Hit that subscribe button. I see here we're at 94 likes. We always like to end the show with at least 100 likes. So if you haven't hit it yet, make sure that you hit it. I would greatly appreciate it. T. Will.
Yes, sir.
Could you let them know where they can find you at, my friend?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Big Low, as always, brother, thank you for having me on your show, man. You didn't have to. I'm glad you did. Hey, man, I just like talking Falcons with my friend, man. And the chat, hey, y'all are always live. It's always fun here. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Y'all can see me at For My ATL Sports 1, the number 4, My ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. Come check your boy out. We do Falcons, Braves, Hawks, whatever, some dogs. And, hey, if you like the movies and TV series, check your boy out at For My ATL Movies on YouTube as well. But, hey, man, we love talking Falcons with y'all. Thank you so much. Lo, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Look, it's always love, bro. I also wanted to make sure we address some of the last chats that was in here. Brandon says, any of y'all going to Madrid this year for the Falcons overseas? According to Coach Roney, that's looking like a goal. We're supposed to be hitting up Espana. I got to make sure that Jack Spade doesn't get gored by a bull, because he wants to run with the Bulls for some reason. So, look, if my buddy Jack is doing it,
Why, Jack? Why?
look.
Why?
If my buddy Jack is doing it, you'll probably see me out there too with the bad
Low,
hips and
low,
everything.
don't you stop, low.
I got you, Jack.
Low,
I got you.
no,
Don't
no.
look back.
Hey,
Don't look back, Jack.
hey,
Don't look back.
Hey, you better let Jack go out there by himself. Hey, man. Hey, bro. I'm telling you.
Zigzag, Jack. They can't run sideways. Zigzag. Zigzag.
Let me tell you something, man. Hey, bro, you know how hard a bull hits?
Bro, I was raised with him. Yes.
You
Yes.
ain't gonna walk that off low.
Oh no.
You're probably gonna walk with a limp the rest of your life. I'm just saying.
You ain't gonna walk that off. You gonna roll that off. That's what you gonna do. You ain't gonna walk that off.
And it ain't just the bull you gotta worry about, low. What if you get trampled? What if you trip? Those people are not stopping.
Nah,
You
they ain't
gonna
stopping.
get kicked more than you ever have in your life, bro.
They ain't stopping. But you only live once.
Yeah.
You only live once.
Okay.
And that'll be the end.
That'll be there right there. Well, he was doing what he loved, you know?
Exactly.
No.
You know, Coach wrote it, man. Jack, Big O trying to fool Jack and running with them bulls. I told him not to do it. He said he was raised with bulls. Like, okay, all right. So
I can hear my wife now. T. Will, if you die, goddamn it, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. You better wake your ass up. You know we got these kids. You better wake your ass up. That's what you better do.
that's what it's gonna be.
Kill you if you die.
If you die, I'm gonna kill you.
You better get up.
You better get
walk
up.
it off.
You better
You
come
shouldn't
up.
have been out here. If you hadn't been out here following Jack, you'd have been all right. You know you gotta go to work. You know you gotta go to work. I bet you Lo didn't do it. You know why Lo didn't do it? Because Lo got sense. Because Lo ain't like you and Jack. Lo got sense. That's why. That's why he didn't do it. I don't even have to call Coach Roney to know Lo didn't do it. You wanna know why? Because Lo got sense. You following Jack. Okay.
Oh man, you know, look, you know me. I take a selfie of myself, and then I Photoshop myself in front of some bulls. Like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey y'all, it was exhilarating, and that's all you gonna see.
Hey,
That's all.
you will never see me doing that, sir. My fat ass can't run as it is, but you man.
Oh man.
No.
Look at here. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like we gotta thank y'all so much for the 100 likes. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate
Thank y'all.
that.
Thank y'all. Yes.
T.
Yes.
Terry, he says Big Low will be a great defensive line coach with his knowledge of the game. Call Big Low at look here. Y'all just give me a call. You know, 300,000. That's all I need. I don't need. Look, y'all gotta pay me like these other coaches. 300,000. 300,000 while we good. Oh man. Look at here though. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming on and chopping it up with us. Thank you for coming on and chilling out on the coaches meeting. And you know, moving forward, like I said, yeah, we're gonna be talking some more ball. We're gonna do some mock drafts and everything. And look, we're gonna have a good time, bro. We're gonna have a good time. So up until the season comes, you know, y'all, you know, just like I said, make sure you check out all the Atlanta Falcons content creators. Everybody's putting out great content, and you know, we're gonna make this off season as good as we can make it. Y'all take care, stay safe, don't do nothing that I would do. What in the world, Bo?